with us tonight, and we have an amazing performance in store for you tonight. Before we get to that, I first just want to say a big thank you. Several thank yous, first of all. First off, thank you to the community. As you came in through our main entrance tonight, you got the privilege to see the new storm shelter that is a product of you all and your contributions to Ozark and education. So thank you all so much for that. I know this is not the perfect venue, but it's the first time we've had people in it, and so it's exciting to showcase it. So thank you all for that. Secondly, we have some individuals to thank, and before we jump in, I want to make sure we thank all of our amazing band directors and all the work that they put in to getting our pianos to this moment. So I'm not sure if you realize the work that they've done, but at the beginning of the year, they start off with just holding the instrument, and then it becomes buzzing. I'm sure some of you have heard buzzing from time to time around your homes. And all the way to what you're going to get to hear tonight. That takes a lot of work, a lot of love, a lot of care, and a lot of dedication on the part of our directors to get our kiddos here. But then finally, the last group I want to thank is our kiddos, because they have worked their tails off to be ready for this performance tonight for you all. Give our kiddos. So with that, I know you're not here to hear me. You are here to hear this amazing performance. So I'm going to turn the mic over to Miss Harmon for our first song. Thank you very much.
All right, so I'm Mrs. Harmon, and I teach the trumpets. And we're going to start out with some of our first songs that we learned with like just 3 notes. The first one just has 3 notes. And I'm sure you all have heard it. It's called Hot Cross Buns. interrupted. You can scream that again if you want to. I love it. I'm Miss McGowan. I teach clarinet and trombone, and I'm the 6th grade band coordinator also. And I want to make sure that you know all the directors' names and faces. This is Mrs. Ford, and she teaches flutes. We love Mrs. Ford. You already met Mrs. Harmon, and she's our trumpet instructor. And then Mr. Chapman is over here, and he is our percussion instructor. And we're going to turn over the concert to Mrs. Fulton. I'm sure you noticed, had harmony. Duet of the Crusaders
we added that kind of last minute, just a few weeks ago, and that's the furthest we've gotten in the book with any group ever. So I've been here, well, ever in my time, I've been here 17 years, and so it was kind of a big deal. We're like, I think we can do this. And it is pretty challenging to, like, half the group at times we're playing half notes while the other half we're playing quarter notes. And it's really, you guys know, you've probably sung in choirs or played instruments here and there. You know it's hard to stay on an independent part. And so they're doing a great job of that. And we're really pleased with them. The next song that we're going to play for you is Sweetly Sings the Donkey, and you can actually hear the donkey sounds in the end, so you can be listening for that. The other thing we want you to listen for is that this is their first opportunity out of this book to play in a round, and it's kind of like a musical follow the leader, so it's a great way for kids to create harmony with the same song. So we hope you enjoy these next few pieces. Oh, I also have notes to talk about something else. Believe it or not, we will not all be together again until May, and so that means your children are actually going to have to form their 7th grade schedules before we see you again, and we want them to stay in band. Obviously, they have come a long way. They have band every day next year in 7th grade, and some of the teachers at the middle school also teach over there, so they're going to have familiar faces. It's a really great way, especially as they go from building to building. They've got these friends already, like they know more people from each of the teams than other kids do, and so we want them to stick around. So band in 7th grade does not take up any more time than what this has. Everything's done during the school day, and there are 2 concerts in the evening, just like 6th grade. So a lot of people think, oh, we've got football and baseball and all of the other things. But if you were able to deal with this, then you'll totally be able to deal with junior high band. 7th and 8th grade is pretty much the same schedule. So we want them to stick around. Thank you. Now we're going to play Sweetly Sings the Donkey. Right, so, aren't these guys great? We are really proud of all of the details, like the cutoffs and what they do with their instruments when we're on and off the podium, and I think you see the discipline that it takes to, get these guys, all in the same direction, and we appreciate your support. This is just half the band. The other half of the band will be performing here in a little bit. So I want to introduce Ivan Roshko. Okay, this is Ivan. Say hi to Ivan. Oh, yes. Your teachers are up there and they're very proud of you. Okay. So Ivan is a clarinet player, and he's actually in the 8 o'clock concert, but he's here to perform his piano piece for you. So Ivan has me for 2 consecutive class periods. Sorry. So he comes to clarinet, and then he stays on A days for music exploration. And so early on, he asked me, like in September, Ms. McGowan, I play piano, can I play a song for you? And so I let him play at the end of clarinet and while the music exploration kids are coming in. And he sat down and played Mozart's Rondo alla Turca, and I was like, okay. And so you guys know that piece, and I won't sing it for you, and we don't have time for Ivan to play it, but I was very impressed. And so he kind of plays one class out, the other class in, and so anyway, he's got a few things in his repertoire. Well, he came back after Christmas, and he said, I learned 3 new pieces. And I'm like, well, I cannot wait to hear them. And he said, I'll play one for you now if you want. And I'm like, okay, cool. And so he sat down at the piano and did this thing, and then I was like, again, mouth agape, like, how am I supposed to follow that? I have a master's degree in music, and I don't even know. I'm just like, okay, I'll just be over here if anyone needs me. But so he finished, and I was like, what is that? And he was like, I made it. And I said, you did what? And he said, I made it. And I said, you wrote that? And he said, no, I didn't write it, it's in my head. And I'm like, oh, okay, I see. And so anyway, I said, well, Ivan, if you title your piece, we'll put you on the concert. And so please give your attention to Ivan and his newly composed Journey Through the Dark River. help. Come on, take chance.
I was mesmerized.
I know. So when I did that, I texted Dr. Russell and Mr. Loads and Dr. Scott. I'm like, if any of you all are in the building, you need to come here immediately. And so they rushed down because they were afraid. I maybe should have given a little more. Anyway, it all worked out. So they were very surprised. And anyway, beautiful. Ivan, thank you so much for sharing your music with us. Okay, so I want to thank the secretaries. They've made like 500 copies of this program that is like, I should have had a spring picture, but who knew? Custodians helped move things, and we really appreciate them. They're always willing to drop what they're doing and help out. I put out a plea to a few high school kids to help out. I think this is a testament to the family that's created. Like anytime you're in a program that is, vertical, like years long, you get kind of a family vibe going on. And so I visited the Wind Symphony, which is the band at the high school last week, or this week, and I put out a plea, like I could use a little bit of help here and there, and people respond, like, yes, I got emails saying, yes, I'll be here, whatever. And so Nate is running the video, he's our videographer tonight, and so I may have a few others running around here, but anyway, our band kids are very special kids. I had a group of helpers stay after school today. If you helped today, would you please stand? Thank you for helping us set up. Or maybe not, have fed them donuts. And then teachers, I see you. Do you see your teachers? I think guys can sit. Do you see your teachers out here? They love you. Yes. And so I think you guys, they bring signs. Your sign's upside down. There you go. Love you, Mr. Art. So your children are cared for here. I'm going to be quiet. We're going to play our last number for you. We've got a few other special soloists that, have some fancy stuff they're going to do too. So.
We love you all, Ray.
thank you for sharing your children. This is going to be an organized, chaotic event that I'm in charge of. Okay, so if Miss Harmon, would you want to check the hallway and be down maybe in our pod? We're going to let the brass players go ahead and exit, and you're going to put everything away, and you're not going to leave messes in the room, and then you're going to meet your parents in the cafeteria. So you guys go, and if you could go through the stage area, okay? See Dr. Scott right here? Follow Miss Harmon.